Hola Motero, and welcome to Werecat Tarot. This is your new moon reading for Monday, May the 26th, 2025. They call it the strawberry moon. Bless us Santissima. Cover us with your protection and stay ever by us. What messages for Motero do you have regarding the new moon tonight? Alright. The Santa Muerte card, upright. Now, I've only gotten this card once ever in a reading before, and that was your week ahead reading that we just did. It's the end of an era. If you have a journal, if you have a planner, a calendar, go 9 months ahead of today. And I don't know exactly what that day is. If you know what 9 months from May 26th is, drop a comment, because you should leave a message to yourself, because a rebirth is coming. The ground is fertile. This is the time to step through this gateway into a new timeline. Oh wow, the Hierophant. Queen of Cups. Justice. Four of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. So you've learned a lesson. And you're entering back into the world with love in your heart. In your week ahead reading, we talked about leaving the hermitage and bringing your light into the world. And by being of service to others, you were going to find your destiny. And I see it right here too. It's like this initiation of apprentice and then a master of the craft and coming into the world to share what you've learned. You're reaping what you've sown. The Justice card is here, so if you've done the work, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. If you haven't, then here's this gateway where you have a chance to go for it again. But this is it. Depending on when you're watching this reading, the new moon is happening about an hour after the start of this video. So if you're watching it live, now is the time. Now is the time. If you're watching it later, then you're well into the current of it. You've probably already been thinking in your mind daydreams and making idle plans. Well, if you're seeing this video, that means it's time to execute. Just start taking action. By taking action, you're going to see what works and what doesn't work. And then it's going to seem so simple. It's going to be like the steps appear in front of you. With each step you take, the next step appears. And then as you go, it's like you're dropping the seeds of wisdom for the next generation to follow you. You're holding that door open. If you step through the Stargate, you'll be able to hold it open for others in a way. And that you can extend it through time. Your creativity, your productivity, the work that's happening. Right. 3 more cards. Show us the end result of this. You've been waiting, but no amount of thinking is going to bring a better answer. You know exactly what you need to do. It's beyond time of learning that lesson. Now is the time for action. Until you take action, there's no new book to read, there's no insight, no conversation that needs to be had. The only talking that needs to be done is if you've got a team or collaborators, telling them what to do, setting boundaries and expectations, responsibilities, who's doing what. You know, this is a great time for communication, so use this to your advantage. Use this to your advantage, because you want duties to be clear. You want to know exactly what you're doing. Okay, anything else? Alright, beneath the deck, the King of Cups. There is a person who you probably already know that you will be able to collaborate with in this new venture. It could be career, it could be love. Let's get some clarification here. Santisma, please clarify. La Santa Muerte. Let's get some clarifiers for all these, actually. Right. Okay. Oh, perfect. Exactly the right amount of cards. Alright, so clarifying the Santa Muerte card, which in other Smith-Waite decks would be the Death card. We have Temperance, Alchemy. There's that partner working together with someone, bringing two things together to create something original. Hierophant has the Hermit. There's that emperor figure, that older masculine, who has a very traditional way of looking at things, but will teach you the hard truths of life. And if you listen, that's going to get you out of the slump so you can bring your light into the world. And this is our Master Craftsman card. The Eight of Pentacles, clarifying the Queen of Cups. So again, apprentice, master of their craft, and now a journeyman out in the world. You're teaching others how to do this. You're using your past and your triumphs as a way to show, like, hey, I've been through this. I know how it works. The Empress. So that Emperor energy that we're getting with the Hierophant and the Hermit is what unlocks the door to your Empress. And this isn't gendered, gentlemen. This is your creativity. This is your intuition. And now, beautiful. Look at this. Clarifying the Four of Wands is the Hierophant. So you become, through your solid foundation and what this masculine has to teach you, you become the Hierophant. And keep in mind, this energy, even though it's just taking place tonight, this energy could last for months, if not years. And here you are, the Master of Initiations, the High Priestess. Note that she has no roof above her head. We're clearly in a temple, but there she is, crowning the crescent moon. There's no ceiling there. I like felt my stomach drop. Possibilities are endless. You have the Eight of Wands clarifying the Page of Wands in reverse. Get ready. It's about to go down. Your last couple of readings have been really, really heavy, but this is a journey. This is an adventure. This is like going camping or hiking. Sure, there's parts of it that are uncomfortable, but it's also so exhilarating, and you're going to have quite the story to tell. And with the Hangman in reverse, clarified about the Sun, well, that just shows that you know what you need to do, but you in the past haven't quite just made the leap by taking action. But the Sun card with it shows me it's happening. And note, in the Santa Muerte deck, the Hangman upright is literally upright, where in the Smith-Waite deck, he's hanging upside down. So, reading cards inverted, it gives it a whole twist. But what I'm seeing here is it's absolutely possible for you to go for it. Do what you need to do right now. Again, this is Stargate time. You can step through this if you choose to. And with the Knight of Pentacles, again, you're ready to rock and roll, but you're just parked. You're staring at the past, and you're also staring at the possibilities. You're fantasizing these fears, but look, you gotta tame them. You gotta tell it to be quiet, or not. just hear it. You know, it's like listening to some Rob Zombie while you work out, right? All right, I want to pull a card from the Smith-Waite deck. I would use it like an oracle, just to get an overall vibe of the message, the archetype, just that overall tagline of what tarot is stepping into. All right. Yeah, just like your last reading, you're stepping into the star. Ooh, wow. And there's the Knight of Pentacles. So, I do not know the astrology of this, but as I said when we were talking about the High Priestess over the Page of Pentacles, this could be months, it could be years, but it could be decades. This Knight of Pentacles tells me that slow and steady wins the race. So we're not going for an end result here. We're going for experiencing our perfect day over and over again. And we do that by making the world a better place. Ooh, wow. And beneath the deck, what you don't see, but which is influencing everything, is the Page of Wands. Well, yeah, you're going through the initiation. You're going through the initiation. In your last reading, we had the Knight of Wands. And now you're coming back to teach. As we said before, the teacher herself is the ultimate student. So now the real learning begins. Let's use a few cards from the Gypsy Witch fortune-telling deck. Spirits of the dead, ancestors, what do we need to know for Montero? Some of you may have family members that have a lot to say about this. Would be a good time to lock in. You don't have to tell everybody everything. It could be months down the road, and the results will speak for themselves. Some of you may have a grandparent, a neighbor, a friend, a godparent that is buried nearby you. This would be a good time to bring them flowers. Lay flowers on their grave. Anything else? Romantic spirits. Okay. Alright. Well, if you're a dude, it's definitely looking like you could be having a very close partnership, we'll say. Not sure if it's romantic, probably more like a business thing, or if it is romantic, it boosts your self-esteem and you're able to work harder and bigger. And yeah, with the pig, woo, yeah, abundance coming. We're looking at a raise, a new job, a new client, a new gig. Money's looking good for you. And yeah, there's those flowers again. So I would say definitely, if you have relatives buried nearby, or you want to take the drive, even better. If you have some kind of home altar, a boveda, yeah, this is a reminder to put those flowers out there for your dead. Anything else? Anything else, Gypsy Spirits? Well, I got the cards. Y'all are usually so talkative. Okay, excellent. So, no, they don't have any more to say. They're just like, yeah, this magnified. Excellent. Alright. Stepping through the Stargate, this new moon. They call it the Strawberry Moon. What does my tarot need to know? Pull an oracle card. Or two. From the Santa Muerte Oracle by Fabio Mastani. Check the description for links to decks. Alright, well. Make sure you're getting plenty of sleep. If you're partying a lot, drinking that tequila, hanging out at the pool, maybe don't. Alcohol does affect sleep and the ability to get into deep sleep. This is a really important time to pay attention to your dreams. So, perhaps I'll try to get this video out a little extra early for you, because I'm encouraging you not to drink tonight. And cannabis too. Cannabis keeps people from dreaming. If you've had different experiences, let me know in the comments. But this is telling me messages, more clarity coming your way if you're willing to dream. Get that good sleep, take care of your body. I'm also getting that people are throwing you shade. There's some evil eye energy, possibly haters putting black magic on you, but you're sleeping good. You're not worried about it. And if anything, Santissima is bouncing it right back at him. So let them come at you. We're gonna find out.